how do we allow them to come into our culture and just steal from us like this?
I think one way to answer, how I feel about it, one way to answer it is we allowed it. So rather it be people who have power. Okay, hold on. I was ready.
What is she doing?
Wait, pause it. Can you pause it and you start that question again? Because I know
I did that because I thought Janie,
Just Amari,
and Nisha,
Imani,
Evolving. Y'all have entered our segment of
Janiefied.
When you get Janiefied, you've been
Denied.
Your whackness been
Verified.
Contrast your stupid
Lies.
Keep it real. Also chill. Y'all let us know how y'all feel in the comment section. Let's get this lesson and go ahead, accept your blessings.
Hey y'all, thank you guys for tuning in. Before we start, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure your notification bell is on. And also, if you already haven't, please make sure you're following us on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook at BGJ__3.
Alrighty, y'all. We about to throw out a few rats, and we about to get ready to attack.
Okay.
Okay now, so it's time to attack all the ones out there that's trying to, steal our groove. Still our rhythm,
our
flow,
our
culture,
how we be,
how we do this.
Yes, I think
so that goes without saying. Today's topic is culture vulture. Well, if some of you guys don't know, culture vulture pretty much is anyone who is not of the culture trying to bite off of it and then making profit. For example,
wondering, how can they take our culture and turn it into what they want it to be?
Good question.
I think that's a very good question, but I feel like how I would respond to that is, I think it starts with us always feeling like I said earlier, our culture is ghetto and hood, so we get self-conscious about it. So when we're around other cultures and ethnicities, we try to pretend like that's not, and we try to act as far from that. And then when we see our non-black counterpart doing it, we're like, oh, okay, so they do think it's cool. Or this my white friend that act black, or here go my Hispanic friend, he can say these words that kind of degrade me, but I still allow it because you my such and such friend that act like me. So it's kind of like when you see it on somebody else, you like, oh, that's cute. But then when you see it on your black sister girl, you quick to say, oh, she look ghetto. Right. But then it's just like, so what's really good,
So we're more accepting when it comes from somebody else instead of our own.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that was my reason for asking that question, because I felt like it's okay if somebody can mock you, but how is it becoming a real thing? How is it becoming a trend?
Right.
How is this? That's the only reason why we bring in awareness to this thing, because of how big is it becoming when they do it and not when we do it.
Exactly.
So like, I just feel like it do start from us appreciating our own culture.
Exactly.
And really like doing it, because nobody can do it better than us.
Period.
And
It's ours.
And to just bounce off of that, I feel like if we appreciate it, but I think we really fake kind of appreciate it, because you see other ethnicities, you don't walk around just doing what they do. They don't let you talk to them and say those derogatory names to them. But us, we like, oh yeah, you can call me a nigga. And you have to own it. If you're gonna own your culture, own your culture. Keep it exclusive. Why we a free for all? Anybody can pick up our stuff and carry it, but why it can't just be exclusive for us? This shit is for us.
Right. I definitely agree with that. Like it's very insulting that when we see it with another culture, like you said, like in the fashion industry, for example, like with the bandanas. I want to say that I can't think of the company anyways, but they have bandanas. Now they're selling bamboo earrings and stuff, and now it's high fashion. Now it's trendy. And then it's like an insult to us, because not all of us, but some of us, we don't know how to embrace ourselves and our culture culture, like you said, the ghetto-ness and all that. But as soon as somebody else in the line.
Okay, guys. So like, as I was looking, I noticed like pretty much all my white friends and Asian friends and Mexican friends, they all can just, you know, cling on to our music, our style, the way we dress, the term we use, it, like all that. Exactly. And it's never nothing wrong with it, you know. And you know, it's times you probably be like, you can't say that, but at the end of the day, like, they really accept it into our culture. And hip hop is worldwide to where I feel like it opens the floor for anything and everything. And I'm like, it's okay to try to, you know, bring everybody else in, but we don't realize that we not being brought in, you know?
Right, and I definitely agree with that. I feel like
everybody's
hip hop is our culture, period. Literally, it is ours, and we have been nice enough and almost too generous enough to let other people into our culture. So now it's like it's out of control. So now where people feel it's out of control. So now it's like we don't got a handle. We don't got a handle of our own. We don't got a handle of our own, you know, and it's kind of crazy and unfortunate. But with that is, for example, Lil Nas X, he did the Old Town Road song, and the country music audience was going crazy. Like, how in the hell can this happen? How can a black man make a country record?
This is outrageous.
Right, these records.
Yeah, and it was the top 100 country Billboard, I believe, and they tried to take them off. And I'm like, wait a second. They can come to our culture so heavy, do what they want, we praise and accept them. Oh, you guys are great. But the minute a black man wants to come into the country genre of music, it's a problem.
Here y'all go. And they did the same thing with Beyonce when she made that song with Dolly Parton. They get in an uproar, but it's like, why?
Because
why?
we can do every genre. We just choose to stay in our genre.
We create every
I was about to say, keep in mind, we the originators. So let's do your research.
Yeah, J. Cole even brought it up in an interview one time, and he was saying, like, if you go to the jazz playlist, you see predominantly people that don't look like us, even though we don't want that made it.
So with rock and roll, people press on Elvis Presley. No, he took people's songs and he got the credit for them. Do your research.
Do your research.
Pretty much a lot of stuff that we live in today has been stolen.
He was one of the first culture vultures.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Elvis Presley, I'm calling you out.
He was the first one. He
Calling you
started.
out, King of Rock.
Calling you out. King of rock and roll.
Alright, but then it's something else, a particular topic I think that we want to touch on right before we do what we do.
Oh, do we want to bring up more culture vultures up in this thing? Or do we want to?
Yeah, I think we. I think we wanted to. Oh, we did. What?
I got one for y'all, and I know y'all all know them. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with the Kardashians. I feel like they stole our whole style.
Ooh.
I'm gonna just say it, from the hair to our style to how we want to even have our body shaped. I ain't about to pick on y'all body. I ain't body slamming, but like no, like I just feel like they took the culture of our hair with our braids. And it's not the fact that they can't wear it. It's the fact that y'all going and changing the names of it and reselling it, reproducing it. Like, this is something that y'all came up with without giving our credit. Like, oh, this is my girls. Y'all already got our men's. Can you give us our credit for our hair? Like, you know, yeah. So like, that's just how I feel about them. Like, it's a lot on them. We will be doing an episode on the Kardashians personally because it's a lot that they do, but we're just gonna talk based off of the hair. I'm just gonna bring that up because that's something I feel sensitive to me. Cause I feel like that's what makes us unique in our own way. Our hair,
especially since there's a lot. Especially since we hate our hair, and then somebody else. But that's a whole other topic.
That's a whole other topic.
It's just a lot.
No, let's bring it up. How can bring it up? How can we allow them to sit there and give them, make them the biggest Instagram models on Instagram, all because they just portraying to be us?
Exactly.
And it's accepted.
And it's accepted.
With open arms.
And half of us is black that's supporting them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's like, just because they have our man, don't mean that they have us and they in this thing, because if they don't understand our struggle, they don't know nothing.
And a lot of them will accept our men because they fetishize our men, but then when it comes to appreciating the black woman that created that man, that's right for that man, they want to turn their nose up at us even though they busted wide open. Let me stop.
was what? Janiefied.
No, that's real.
Yeah.
And on the topic of Janiefied, another person too is Yes Jules. She's in the industry. She said in an interview that she's Italian and Puerto Rican, so okay. I guess other people love her, our men in particular. Our men love her because she got her own booty or whatever. Okay, like that's something new. Seeing somebody with some booty. Okay. But anyways, besides her body, like you're saying, aside from the body thing, fine, that's fine. She can own that. It was an interview with Soulja Boy. It was a radio interview, and she was collabing with Soulja Boy. I think Soulja Boy went live, or he eventually put it on his Instagram. She was doing a freestyle, and in that freestyle, she's pretty much saying how she gives back more to the culture than we do as black people.
Oh.
And I don't know, that's just crazy. And number one, like, I thought about it. You know how you and I used to go serve out in the community, and there'd be different people of color or not of color. Did we say, man, I'm doing more for this community than they're doing for themselves?
No, we didn't. We graciously took our time to serve these people because it's genuine in our heart. Here they go.
Yeah, so I'm like, and then she tried to clean it up, y'all. You know how they feel attacked and they want to clean stuff up. My thing is, if that's generally how you feel and you feel like you're giving back and you want to just give back in general, why do you have to go and dissect like, oh, I'm doing more than you are for your own people? That's crazy. And another thing is she, I don't know when this was, but she posted on her Twitter that she went to wear a crop top that says niggas lie a lot. And she asked the audience, our Instagram, Twitter, whoever, should she wear it? Now,
I gotta get on this. So with that, I'm gonna get on the first one. What you call her, I call her a part-time black person. A person who want to be part-time black. They don't want to be
convenient.
They don't want to be black all the time, you know? Because at the end of the day, it's like you help out a little bit. Now you want to get your praise for being black. If you black and you so-called have this culture or you want to be us so bad, why won't you just help us without trying to figure out who ain't and who ain't doing it? Like, but forget about all that because I don't even know how she look, and I want to know how she looks.
She looks, to me, honestly, she looks more so white, and we'll put some, some images in between so you guys can see. But in a more recent interview, she described that she is Puerto Rican Italian, and that's her own body.
Black man
Afro-Latino.
And a black man on the panel said, that's black.
Oh, yeah.
So I know when that came out.
Yeah, so she was saying Puerto Rican Italian, so that's why she's explaining how she's curvy and all that. But I think aside from her body, I feel like she's trying to use that she's Puerto Rican Italian to justify what she said. No, you said what you said, and it's wrong. Like, you know.
But they accept them too. Jennifer Lopez said it, Fat John said, Cardi B said, you know. So it's just like it goes back to we continue to allow this to go on, and then that's what happens.
And then it seemed like, oh, are we fighting against people who want to be a part of our culture? I don't think that's it. I just feel like, why is it when y'all want to be black, y'all choose to be black?
When it's convenient.
Yeah, like now everybody's
cool.
All the new upcoming hip hop artists that's Hispanic is Afro-Latino now. It's like, oh, they black too. Now y'all can't cry about this no more. Now y'all can't say this anymore because we're all black. No, if we all black, let's bring up the whites that's black, the Asians that's black, all of it. Because if they're black, we all black. You know, we all come from different continents and all kind of stuff. So I just feel like we just need to accept us being us with our core hair, our dark skin, our light skin. We come in all different shades, and now it's coming about that everybody can be black to where I don't know how to even divide it, you know?
No, yeah.
All I know is I just gotta represent who I am and focus on that because it is getting deep, and I can't say, oh, they're not black, because I do believe that a lot of us are black. But we talking about the black struggles that y'all were saying. No, you could be having your blood, but no, you're not dealing with what black people deal with.
Right. Exactly. I was just about to say that. Like, they want to be black when it's cool and trendy and when it's convenient for them. So when real shit goes down, like things like Trayvon Martin and Alton Sterling, things like that,
then they don't.
Y'all want to go silent. Y'all don't know. Not that
neutralize.
And then they try to not say they don't support. They are in support of it. Your support is silent. Where are you when it needs to be handled? So I understand exactly what you're saying. It is crazy.
I grew up with a lot of people that do that part-time black stuff, and like it's just like I remember ECTA, like when I went, it was a predominantly non-black school. So just growing up, I remember, you know, people saying when it's cool to be black, they really sitting there, but then when somebody busts out a black joke, then they sitting there like, oh dang,
I ain't a part of that.
I'm not that. That ain't me. That ain't me. I never. No, like, if you gonna be black, you gonna know what it is to be black. But at the end of the day, real recognize real. So if anybody getting offended, it's because you been Janiefied.
Yeah, it's just a matter of knowing where we come from. A lot of us, not for everybody, but it's a matter of knowing that we are the originators of damn near everything. Like I said, when it goes back to the rock and roll thing, do your history. Elvis ain't the first one. And I think it's Cadillac Records, where it kind of exposes that, like, black men and females, black female and male artists are writing, creating these songs, creating a genre, but who's getting the credit, who's being pushed to the forefront? Somebody who's not black. And that has been happening on, so history just keeps repeating itself. And I think just a matter of being aware of what's really going on. So if you offended, like you said, that's on you. But if you know the true history, you wouldn't be.
Yeah. And just to throw in one more name, Bad Baby. I can't stand her. I can't stand her. And we just gonna have to, you know.
Yeah. So
I blame that on us. Right there, because that's a hot mess, and we accept that. Because let me tell you something, her people ain't sitting there accepting that nonsense. They look at that as nonsense. Yep. So if they saying it's nonsense, who's saying it's sense? We are. So Bad Baby, shout out to you, girl. Do what you do, boo, because we supporting you. That's
and just one other thing too, I feel like a lot of times a lot of people are like, oh, why are you guys going so hard on such and such? They just love our culture. No, it becomes sometimes at some point it becomes like a mockery. But yes, back in regards to the whole Yes Jules thing, and when I mentioned Soulja Boy was the main one pushing to make sure it was recorded. That is actually how the footage got out, and it got me to thinking. When I think about it, for the most part, some of our black women too, but for the most part, our black men are the main ones pushing these non-black women and men to get your boat gently down the street with my ignorant self. So when you think about it, that's when it's even more something like, damn, our own men who we give life to are up here pushing something else. And then in regards to Yes Jules, after all that happened, all that controversy happened, Daniel Caesar was up there saying like we should support her and pretty much.
Why are you guys being mean to
her?
Why are you guys being mean? I can't believe this shit.
And it's just like
he said white people was mean to us, but it was in the past.
And that's how brainwashed some of our black men are. It's sickening, and it's like, okay, is she gonna go as hard as for you when she gets herself in a shithole? Is she gonna go deep and as hard as for you as you going for her? Why are y'all such big advocates? Not all y'all, but most of y'all are big advocates. The ones who are in the music industry, can't even talk. The ones in the music industry, y'all push them, y'all praise them. What happened to respecting us?
And that's because they.
Go
ahead.
That's because they out there respecting the media, and it's a bunch of white people out there that they respect it. That's why when they like show the little white girl that do some crazy stuff, they defend her, because all they doing is defending what they got going on in the background. They ain't about us, no way.
No, that's real.
But you know what, Nick Cannon kind of exposed them, because he was saying in his little podcast, and he said, we look at white women as success. You don't know how self-hating that sounds to sit here in my face under
Nick Cannon
and sit here and tell me that you look at someone that does not respect you, does not appreciate you. At the drop of a dime, she will drop you and take your money and strip you of who you are. And then sit here, you look at that as success. When I ride for you, I struggle for you, I bear you. The struggle that we've been through for centuries, you playing with me at this point, and it's just. And it's just like sad how you guys are really cape. You guys that rock with that and that culture, you guys are really cape and tuck your tail to praise white supremacy. And that's what makes me sick. I don't care if you fall in love and love. I don't care. Okay, fine. But when you disrespecting me by caping for white supremacy, I got a problem with you. And that's just what it is.
Okay.
And what it ain't is what it's not.
Okay, y'all, so clearly we have more to talk about onto this and what's really the agenda when who's pushing who to be in the forefront when it does not come to black women and black men. So stay tuned for part 2. Y'all got anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I think stay tuned for part 2, because it's going to get juicier. We got so much more to bring to y'all.
Just stay tuned.
In the meantime, please make sure you guys start starting some conversations in the comments. How do y'all feel? Y'all agree? Y'all disagree? Let us know how y'all feel. Until next time, bye.
Bye.